We're going to start adding on details and texture onto our non-functional form here. So again, this is the bear that's doing a large mouth opened roar type thing. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make some eyes. So I'm pressing in for kind of the cavity of where the eyes go. I'll take a little bit of clay. On your project, you have to have at least 3 attachments. So I'm going to get my attachments through the way that I put the eyes in place and also the way that I put the ears on. So I put a little ball of clay in. You might find it useful to make some of the eye details before you put anything else on there. So I'm just going to put a light circle for kind of the iris in there, and then a more imprinted circle for the pupil. I'm going to take some clay and add on some lids onto this. With the expression that the bear is doing, it's going to have a really large eyebrow section that's going to kind of be over the eye just a little bit. The eye's almost closed. So the way that you put your eyebrows on will cover up the eye just a little bit. You can always adjust things with a modeling tool. So I covered it just a little bit too much there. I'm going to add on a nose. So for the nose, I'm just going to be making it a little more 3D so it stands out from the bear. So I'll take some clay, add on some of the larger fangs. The big thing I wanted to share with you here today, though, is how do you get kind of the texture to make your project look complete? So you got to make sure that any lines that are supposed to be in your project are actually there. So there's a big difference between the fur and the nose. So I'm just making a line in there. But a lot of the texture for the fur might be a little more 3D. So I'm going to add some clumps of clay that I'm going to leave real rough on here. Kind of smear in place to make the bear look like they've got some thick fur on. Some of the fur texture I'm just going to create by pressing in to the clay like this. Add on the ears. For mine, I'm just taking a small pinch of clay, forming it into a round piece here, like that. Look at the picture, or where you want things placed, and blend it in. Really start to see the texture coming through in this bear sculpture here. So here's a side that hasn't really been dealt with at all. Not really any texture going on, not very interesting to look at. Versus this side over on this area, starting to look a little bit more like a finished sculpture.